This week on the County Line, we take you to one of the best restaurants in town.
Also this week, we show you how and where to shed some pounds for spring break.
All this and more coming up on tonight's edition of the County Line.
The County Line starts now. Good evening and welcome to the County Line. I'm Hannah Puchkuski.
And I'm Drew Tripolis. Ever since 1923, Newcastle has been home to the famous hot dog spot, Coney Island. The County Line's Alyssa Hanna gives us a special tour of this family-friendly restaurant and tries getting behind the secrets of what makes Coney Island so unique. It's chili sauce.
A 100% beef hot dog with everything on it, especially the chili. That's what the customers at Coney Island like the best. After taking a look around the almost 90-year-old restaurant, I was able to see why it was such a treasured landmark in Newcastle's history. I had the pleasure of talking with John Mitsos, the owner of Coney Island, who is the nephew of one of the original owners of the restaurant. He has spent the last 55 years keeping the family tradition of hot dog making alive.
Coney Island started in 1923. My uncle John Mitsos and his partner George Papazikus, they were starting a business. Then we keep it going from 1923 up to 210. We do good business, we have good product, we take care of the customers like us, we like the customers.
So for a place that prides itself on taking care of its customers, how many walk through the door every day?
Oh, plenty. We have two places, one at 18, one in here. Over there is more business. I bet you 1,000 a day between two places, going in and out. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we sell a lot of hot dogs.
Mitsos says they sell about 500 hot dogs a day, but there's more to the menu than just that.
Yeah, with French fries, with chili cheese, cheeseburgers, hamburgers. You know, sometimes we have dinners. There's the menu here. We have some dinners too.
But there has always been one particular item that has been the main focus behind Coney Island's success.
Oh, it's the chili. It's a sauce. The chili makes the hot dogs.
The chili sauce has been a family secret for almost a century.
Well, nobody else knows. If you know, you know, wouldn't give away.
The sauce contains a number of different secret ingredients and an entire wall full of spices that are stored in the back. Around 300 pounds of chili are made each day. Customers have the option to put chili on their food or take it home with them in a container to save for later. Mitsos and his family are the only ones who know how to make the sauce that attracts people from all over the country.
From Las Vegas, from Los Angeles, from New York, from Florida, from everywhere.
Mitsos himself is not actually from the area.
I come to the United States in 1956, February 1st. And I work it every day, and I like it, what I'm doing. I like the customers. I do, you know, everything. We sell a lot of hot dogs. This business is no time, anytime. Especially the bosses work no time, anytime. I can't push the car. I'm here early, I'm go home late.
But Mitsos is not alone in his work. The Coney Island employees are key helpers to Mitsos and his hot dog making business.
How long have you been working here?
Going on 2 years.
Going on 2 years. Are you from Newcastle?
Born and raised.
So you've been coming to Coney Island your whole life, or just recently?
My father used to bring us down here, enjoy the food, and come down here, and I got lucky and got in here. And I get to learn all the secrets.
All of the secrets except the sauce, of course. It was finally time for me to try a famous hot dog myself.
Bon appetit. It's really good.
And although it was a little messy and a little spicy, I began to see what all the fuss was about. Coney Island is open from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. The other location on Wilmington Road is open on Sundays as well. So stop by and see for yourself. Try out a world-famous hot dog or at least the chili. You have nothing to lose. As John Mitzos likes to say,
Oh yeah, we sell a lot of hot dogs.
I'm Melissa Hanna reporting for the County Line.
To try one of these famous hot dogs for yourself, the original Coney Island is open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 9. The Wilmington Road Coney Island is open Sunday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. They're also open Friday and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Coming up next, we take a look into the truth behind diet pills.
Stay tuned, more County Line is on the way.
Hi, I'm Dan McDevitt, a father, a husband, Army retiree, and a student at Westminster College. It was nice finding a college so close to home with high academics, was going to put me in the job market right after graduation. If I was to tell another adult student why to come to Westminster, I'd tell them for the academics, the one-on-one personalization they'll get with their instructor, the small classroom experience. I know with this college degree, it's going to open a lot of doors for me. My kids are supportive of me going back to college. When I get good grades, they're all happy. They're like, way to go, Dad.
Healthcare products make up one of the fastest growing sectors of today's American economy. One part of the field is made up of weight loss and diet drugs. But do they actually work? Does the harm outweigh the good? The County Line's Bradford Eric hit the gym and the doctor's office to find out if diet pills really are the magic cure for getting rid of those few pounds.
So your goal is to lose weight and be healthy. Physician's assistant at the Westminster College Health Center, Maggie Zakowitz, explains how you can achieve just that.
The mainstay of weight loss is definitely going to be dietary control, portion control, healthy eating, food choices, as well as exercise. You still need to eat to lose weight. People will start to not take enough calories in, or they take in the wrong types of calories and they don't get enough nutrition.
But you're not seeing the results you had hoped for.
Are diet pills really the answer for college-age kids looking to stand out on spring break this year?
Zakowitz says with all of the harmful side effects such as liver damage, cardiovascular problems, and death, that it's not worth it.
With some of the over-the-counter weight loss drugs, side effects can be pretty significant, and they have very minimal benefit. Once the medications are stopped, typically any weight that was lost will come back.
Continue to work hard and eat healthy. Zakowitz says this is the only true way to lose weight.
Because of the risk associated with diet pills, over-the-counter or prescription, it is better to lose weight with a healthy diet and an exercise program. And that's going to maintain your weight loss too.
So the next time you're out and about and get hungry, why not try a method that has worked for many people for a long time, taking a bite out of a delicious apple and orange instead of popping a little pill that may or may not even work. I'm Bradford Eric, reporting for the County Line.
Jamison Health System offers many nutrition and wellness programs for a healthy lifestyle. One of these is a one-on-one counseling service with a registered dietitian available to help you make healthy choices. These include addressing weight management, heart health, and diabetes. Another option is their Drop 10 in 10 program. Participants can drop 10 pounds or 10% of their body weight in just 10 weeks. This innovative management program shows you how to add a healthy balance to your life with the power of 10. These programs are free to Highmark members, and a nominal fee is charged to non-members. You can call 724-656-4270 to get started.
Martial arts students from 7 to 70 can learn self-defense skills from karate to taekwondo at the Newcastle Y-Zone. Martial arts master Charles Brown is often found with groups of kids teaching ninja-like moves, self-control, and self-confidence. I took a trip to one of these classes where community kids gather to learn the way of the foot and fist.
Fourth-degree black belt Charles Brown instructs taekwondo at the Newcastle Y-Zone.
Brown enjoys sharing his knowledge with anyone willing to learn.
I enjoy teaching all ages. My classes typically run from 7-year-olds up to 70-year-olds.
While his classes have many different ages and types of people, he knows that everyone will not study the sport intently, but hopes everyone can take something away from the experience.
Not everybody that comes in those doors are going to become a black belt, but they can garnish some very powerful lifelong lessons: perseverance, confidence, self-control, indomitable spirit. Those are the things that we really try to stress.
Brown believes that his program can help kids in dealing with situations where emotions can sometimes take control.
Sparring is a good example of a situation where, whether it's a child or an adult, you're put into a relatively stressful situation. You have another person, even though it's sport and it's in context, there's still another person in front of you that's trying to hit you and you're trying to hit them. It is an absolute necessity to be able to control those emotions of fear, of anxiety.
Brown hopes to stay and continue to build and expand his program so as to give everyone in the community the opportunity to learn.
I hope to be able to make the Y Zone here a permanent home of our program. Right now we're offering youth and adult classes. I hope to add senior specific classes and hopefully to do a defense seminar 4-week type program.
Y-Zone Branch Executive Director Sam Miliano hopes that expanding the program means more participation from the kids and the community.
To kind of really get their kids involved in some sort of competition that encourages more of the culture and the arts of martial arts versus the whole winning aspect. So it's going to give them a really opportunity to get the local community involved and the kids to really be in one place in one set. So that's one of the areas that we're looking to thrive on here in the next near future.
Miliano looks forward to the future of this program and the opportunities it can bring.
There are some new opportunities that are going to be arriving, and we'll keep everyone informed on what those are going to be.
The Newcastle Community YMCA is open from 5:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday, and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday.
Up next, we take you inside the world of local athletics and Titantown sports.
Ethan Yeager and Jordan Greer have all your scores, stats, and stories. Stick around, more County Line is on the way.
The liberal arts work at Westminster College. Westminster graduates have a 96% placement rate. They have developed the skills needed to succeed in any field. That's what makes the liberal arts so powerful and flexible. Experience success the Westminster way.
Hi, I'm Dan McDevitt, a father, a husband, Army retiree, and a student at Westminster College. It was nice finding a college so close to home with high academics, was going to put me in the job market right after graduation. If I was to tell another adult student why to come to Westminster, I'd tell them for the academics, the one-on-one personalization they'll get with their instructor, the small classroom experience. I know with this college degree, it's going to open a lot of doors for me. My kids are supportive of me going back to college. When I get good grades, they're all happy. They're like, way to go, Dad.
Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to this week's edition of Titantown Sports. I'm Ethan Yeager.
And I'm Jordan Greer. In this week's edition, we will talk about the men's and women's track and field teams, along with local outstanding high school athletes.
But first, we have a recap of the men's basketball season. The Titans finished the season 7-19 and qualified for the PAC playoffs. However, their season came to an end with a loss to the Bethany Bison 90-58 in a quarterfinal matchup. Titantown Sports' own Liam Hafferty scored 12 points in the game. Now, Jordan, you play point guard on the team. What was your outlook on the season?
Well, Ethan, we were a young team and we struggled at times, but The future looks very promising. And speaking of promising futures, we have a few high school athletes who will take the next step to the collegiate level. Newcastle senior G.J. Senchak will be playing baseball at California University of Pennsylvania. The two-sport star athlete Sutton Whiting from Wilmington High School will take his talents to the University of Louisville to play Cardinal baseball.
These high school athletes look to have promising futures, but let's shift to a team that already experienced success. The women's track and field team has won the last 3 PAC championships.
Did you know, Ethan, that the women's team is going for its 4th consecutive PAC championship? And no varsity sports team in school history has done that since the school joined the league in the 2000-2001 season.
Well, that is quite impressive, Jordan. But don't forget about the men's team. The Titans have a lot of talent this year and look to contend for a league crown. Now, Jordan, I got one for you that might blow your mind. Did you know back in 1994, yes, 1994, head coach Tim McNeil caught 2 touchdown passes in the NAIA National Championship game?
I didn't know that. Wow, Ethan. I don't think there's anything that man can't do. Spring is a busy time for Titan sports, and many teams are currently training hard in preparation for their upcoming seasons. The men's and women's track teams are no exception. The County Line's own Forrest Mintier got the chance to talk to head coach McNeil about what the team is doing to prepare for the upcoming season.
Come rain or snow, athletics is a major part of life here at Westminster. And for Coach McNeil and the men and women's track teams, it's business as usual. The year is young, but despite the cold, the track team pushes forward day by day. Coach McNeil met with me to give some insight into what his athletes are doing at this point in the season.
This is a really rough time of our season because the weather's terrible. We don't have an indoor facility to train in. And maybe the worst part of the indoor season is we don't have a conference indoor championship to compete for. Yeah. So what happens is the season, the real season seems very far away. And so a lot of the student athletes feel it's far away, and well, it's not as important to be at practice at this time. So it's more of a struggle. It's more of a battle of wills between our coaching staff and the student athletes to get them here for training, stuff like that. But the great thing is we get a beautiful day like today with 50 degrees, somewhat sunny. It just felt like track season again, and I think it kind of reminded everybody of what we're doing.
But despite being in the tough early stages of competition, the teams are working hard, and Coach McNeil expresses his excitement for the future.
Well, I'm excited. Our women have won 3 straight. We're going for our 4th, and although our numbers are a little bit down, we have the firepower to win a 4th championship. Now, things have to work out, at that meet. We can't just win it on paper. We've got to perform when we get there. So I'm excited about that. On the men's side, I'm as excited as I've ever been about a program. Numbers are way up. I think we're going to have 45 guys on the team. We're fast. We're strong, conditioned. We got throwers, jumpers, vaulters, distance runners. So we're going to be a complete team for the first time since I've been here. You got 2 events now.
From the now thawing Bury Stadium and Memorial Fieldhouse, I'm Forrest Mintier for the County Line.
In the distance medley relay.
Well, Ethan, I don't know about you, but that looks exhausting.
You can say that again, Jordan. Just running the first base in baseball is hard, and to do all that running seems impossible. Before we go to break, we will leave you with a Titan extra point question for you to think about.
Who's the first ever Westminster Titan to win the PAC pole vault event? The answer when we come back.
You can make a difference at Westminster College. Westminster has earned the nation's highest honor for community service for 3 straight years. Classroom lessons are put into action to benefit the community. Experience service the Westminster way.
the answer to our Titan extra point question is Caleb Smathers. He was the PAC pole vault champion in 2009 and 2010. Caleb is only a junior this year, so we look forward to seeing him vault his way as a top contender in the President's Athletic Conference.
As the world of college sports preps themselves for a long-awaited spring break, the Titan baseball team has multiple preparations to make for the spring break. I had a chance to catch up with my fellow teammates and talk about their preparations for the season, including a new regulation-issued bat policy.
The Titan baseball team is preparing for another season, but the game may seem a bit different this year for the fans and for the players. The NCAA changed the bat regulation for this season from the old BESR certified bats to the new BB Core bats. These new bats prevent batters from hitting the ball as hard and as far, making the game safer. Freshman pitcher Ron Sullivan talks about the changes he must make with the new bats.
They don't hit the ball nearly as hard, so I can get away with a couple pitches here and there, and people won't be hitting the ball out of the ballpark as much.
Juniors Adam Carter and Charles Hedlund share their thoughts about the new bats.
You don't get as much pop off the bat, so I'm really working on hitting line drives up the middle this year, maybe going the other way.
I like it, actually. I'm one of the few that probably do like them. I've been swinging with them. I've had changed my grip up a little bit. I've been whipping it around, and I've been in the cage and swinging in good contact, so I actually like them.
The Titans are looking forward to their spring break trip to Fort Pierce, Florida. The team will play 9 games with 1 off day.
It's a lot of fun. It's a great experience. Obviously, you get to have closer relationships with all the guys. You really get to know them. And it's a good experience playing ball down there in Florida against a lot of good ball clubs.
I think we get a good idea of who's, going to fill those starting positions. We get, even from the years before, you have players which you expect to start, but all the young guys coming up are looking good. We're going to get a lot of the pitchers in there with their arms and see how they do under the pressure. And it's just a chance to play when there's 2 feet of snow on the ground here. There's 70-degree weather down there, sometimes 80, and it's really nice. We get a lot of experience down there, I think, for sure.
Besides playing games in Florida, the Titans make sure they have a good time. Hedlund shares some funny stories from the years past.
Yeah, there's a couple good ones, actually. Last year, freshman Rhodes, pitcher, he had his first chance. He was going to go into the game and pitch a little bit. We were getting beat by a team. It was late in the game, and he wanted to see what Rhodes could do. And coach calls for Rhodes, and he's still in the bathroom. He got so nervous he had to go to the bathroom, and he's still in the porta-john, and the coach is freaking out looking for him, and he missed his opportunity to pitch for a day. And that, and between that and Coach Donson, came down a week early, forgot his sunscreen, red as a lobster, burning from head to toe all week. Afraid the poor man was going to have sun poisoning, but he made it through. It's been a great time down there.
Now, Ethan, how long have you been playing baseball?
It's a good question, Jordan. Probably since I was about 3 years old, hitting T-ball in the backyard with my dad as a coach.
Fond memories. Now, out of all of those memories, what was your favorite out of all the years you played in baseball?
I'll just say back in my 10th grade season, I was a sophomore in high school, just a little kid, I was playing in this team, Springford, hit my first ever home run. Oh my goodness, my swagger's never been so high. Strut around those bases a little bit. I felt like a big-time major league player right there. It was amazing. That concludes this edition of Titantown Sports. Tune in next week for more local sports. I'm Ethan Yeager.
You can make a difference at Westminster
Don't change the
College.
channel. There's more County Line up
Westminster has
next.
earned the nation's highest honor for community service for 3 straight years. Classroom lessons are put into action to benefit the community. Experience service the Westminster way.
Hey, Hannah, I hear you used to figure skate.
Yeah, I used to be competitive, but I haven't skated seriously in years.
Oh. Well, you could always try brushing up your skills at Hess Ice Rink. The County Line's Pat Silvas traveled there for this week's On the Road.
For this week's edition of On the Road, we traveled to one of Lawrence County's coldest attractions, Hess Ice Rink. Hess is located in the Pearson Park Plaza in Neshannock Township. Anyone can skate at the rink, be they new or experienced. Management coordinator Tina Root says weekends are packed with plenty of customers.
Friday nights are extremely busy. We're maxed out on Friday nights. Saturday nights are picking up, and we have the kids skate on Tuesdays, and I'm surprised every week how many new people are here that have never skated. It's surprising.
Hess is used for more than just recreational skatings. It's also the local hot spot, or should I say cold spot, for ice hockey. Management coordinator Teresa Audia says a very special group of youngsters, sponsored by everyone's favorite Pittsburgh team, plays at the rink.
In about an hour, we'll have about 150 people here with 44 Little Penguin skaters, where the Penguin hockey team actually supports, buys all their equipment, and pays for the ice and the coaches, and helps build the young person's hockey experience.
The Little Penguins aren't the only team to play at Hess. Numerous other squads battle it out in adult and youth leagues, including Westminster's own unofficial hockey team. My intrepid partner decided to pull on the skates and brave the ice.
You've got this, buddy. Let's go. Ready?
Talk about graceful.
On the road, on ice.
So if you're looking to chill out with some friends for a cool time, come on down to Hess Ice Rink. They're open on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays for free skate and open sessions. I'm Pat Silvas for the County Line.
If you'd like to have your business or attraction showcased during our On the Road segment, simply contact the On the Road email on your screen.
Come enjoy mouth-watering pancakes at the Breakfast Brunch Buffet at St. James March 6th. From 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., an array of breakfast items such as French toast, pancakes with strawberry fruit and maple syrups, eggs, and sweet rolls will be served. The cost is $6 for adults and $3 for children. For more information, call 724-963-8276. That's the news for this week's edition of the County Line. Be sure to check WCN247.com for all your local campus and community updates.
And we hope to see you next week for another edition of the County Line, as well as all the latest sports action in Titantown sports. Good night.
Good night.